All right, guys, I just got back from the hospital. Got the CT scan results back, and unfortunately, I completely ruptured my Achilles tendon. So.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with rather a bad news from Jeremy Buendia and also for his fans. He posted just a few hours ago that while doing a running session, he completely ruptured his left Achilles tendon. So now this is gonna be a very long road towards recovery, and unlucky for him that the injury happened this way.
All right, guys, I just got back from the hospital. Got the CT scan results back, and unfortunately, I completely ruptured my Achilles tendon. So I have an appointment with the orthopedic surgeon tomorrow to figure out what's next. It sucks. It's crazy. I was not waking up this morning expecting this to happen. It's like a freak thing, you know, just running a little bit, just pop. So, you know, I'll probably be in a walking boot. I gotta see if I'm gonna have surgery. I'll still be able to train upper body and probably do some like leg extensions. But yeah, that's what we're up against right now. So roll the punches and keep moving forward. That's all I can do.
Now, if Jeremy was retired from professional bodybuilding, it could have been different. But even then, it still would have been a big hurdle. But considering that he was getting ready to have another go at the Olympia title this year, as he was in the off-season and he was looking pretty big recently, he was already getting ready for the 2024 bodybuilding season and later compete at the Olympia in October. So this is a big blow. Now, Jeremy made his comeback to the Olympia stage last year after a 5 years break, and he placed top 8 in the world in the men's physique division. Now, since the men's physique division has evolved so much in the last 5 years, that was still a very good achievement. But this isn't what Jeremy was looking forward to. Just because he feels like if him and his coach could peak 100% on the day of the show, the results could have been totally different. And that is what motivated him to keep going, keep working hard, and come back one more time for 2024. So Jeremy holds the record of 4 consecutive Mr. Olympia title wins, the most by anyone in the men's physique division. Brandon Hendrickson tried a lot of times to get that 4th win, but unfortunately he was unable to. So by that metric, he is still the greatest men's physique competitor ever. So hopefully he recovers from this one, and pretty quickly, because he does bring a unique energy to the stage in the men's physique division, and with him in there, it is definitely more exciting. Quinton's latest physique update is actually a recent one, because that is coming from the man himself. So he has been kind of fooling his competition lately by posting old updates. But this rumor is now getting very strong that Quinton is in fact doing the NY Pro, which is happening in less than 4 weeks' time.
It appears somebody is catching on to my trend. All right, most of my physique updates are backdated, but this one was pretty recent. You know, so I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I wanted to share something with you guys.
So when we talk about aesthetics, the flow, the shape, or what Milo Sorcev mentions as #bodybuilding, Quinton's physique is what he means by that. Such beautiful lines, one of the best out there. His waist is so damn small, and that combined with his huge thick lats and his humongous quads, he creates such an incredible X-frame. So Quinton did a show against Rafael Brandao and Samson Dauda. That was in 2021 Romania Pro. And even then his waist looked the smallest out of all the guys on that stage. So it is really unbelievable that he has been able to put on so much muscle, so much mass over the years. And yet the waist hasn't grown even a tiny bit. It still looks the same. So when we are setting up the expectations regarding Quinton, especially for this upcoming NY Pro, I think we have to be realistic. Because there is just no way he can beat a guy like Nick Fokker. Nick is an Arnold Classic champion and a top 3 Olympian as well. And Quinton is fighting to get his first pro win. So there is your answer. But his comparison with a guy like Tonio Burton and Martin-Fitzwater, that is gonna be so interesting. And that is gonna be the one which is gonna determine where he is in that hierarchy of open bodybuilders right now. So based on what we have seen in this year so far, from Tonio Burton and Martin-Fitzwater as well, there is a very high likelihood that Quinton is gonna lose the back shots against all of these guys. Because Tonio Burton has one of the most complete backs in the men's open right now. And same goes for mutant Nick Fokker. And I have to say same goes for Martin-Fitzwater as well. But the front shots, especially the front double biceps, the front lat spread, the abs and thigh shot, Quinton now has the size to go against anyone. He had the structure already, We saw that at Texas Pro last year when he stood next to guys like Steve Toklo, Andrew Jack, Kamal, and at Tampa Pro against Akeem Williams as well. He was pretty damn complete from the front already. So Tonio Burton is a top 8 Olympian, and although he is a small guy, but in reality we just saw at the Arnold Classic South America just a few weeks ago that he isn't very small after all. In fact, he is so round and he is so 3D that he can expose you real bad, like he did Rafael Brandao in terms of the conditioning variable. So Martin is also doing the NY Pro, and now that he is already Olympia qualified, he has nothing to lose. And that is exactly what his attitude is going for this year's NY Pro. He also want to see how he compares with the likes of Nick Walker and Tonio Burton. And even though he was the best at the finals of Detroit Pro, they may try to come in harder than Detroit and be even more impressive in 4 weeks' time. So Martin does have some extremely impressive shots, like the side chest as well as the back double bicep. And he is very complete, he isn't really missing anything. So this is going to be a big test for Quinton's potential. And this will all come down to how improved his back shots are compared to 2022. Because that was the biggest knock on his physique. Nick Walker always has this mentality that he has nothing to hide. So I did put this update of Nick Walker in last night's video as well, but we did not exactly talk about this update. So I don't know whether anyone else has noticed that or not, that in that recent update that Nick Walker posted, his pecs are looking reasonably smaller than usual. It might be the angle at which this picture was taken, or it could be the lighting, because the most muscular that he posted like 4 days ago, his chest in that picture looked incredibly impressive. The upper chest has been a major point of focus for Nick Walker, especially in the last couple of years. And that looks very much filled right now in all of the recent updates actually. So as fans, we are so glad that Nick Walker did not push for the special invite for this upcoming Mr. Olympia. Him competing at this upcoming NY Pro. That is probably one of the biggest stories of 2024. And this comeback will hype up the Olympia so much more. More than anything actually. He is the top guy in the sport who is more vocal than anyone out there that he is gonna win the Olympia sooner or later. And he has put it out there multiple times that he is coming for Derek Lunsford this year. Even if you judge this at the Olympia last year, they did believe that the package that Nick Walker was bringing to the Olympia stage even last year, that could have been a very dangerous one. And Nick for sure would have finished in that top 3. Now add another few months of progress to that package. So Nick Walker at this year's NY Pro, that is gonna be insane to watch. Lastly, we have an update of John De La Rosa in his off-season. So many people believe him missing Detroit Pro was a big mistake. But I have to say that when Good Vito and Martin-Fitzwater showed up at that show, it would not have been an easy victory for John either. So now that Detroit Pro is in the books, what's next for John? As you guys can see, he is pushing 260 plus pounds right now. But he's keeping things very tight, and he is looking very much lean right now. So that whenever he picks up his next show, he is gonna be in the striking range conditioning wise. John was extremely impressive at the Arnold Classic Ohio especially. Specifically his look at the prejudging. That was top notch. He had insane detail front to back. And it is great to see that he is hitting his career's peak after competing in the pro ranks for more than a decade. So for some bodybuilders like John, it is all about finding the right person as a coach. Because Patrick and him, they have done one hell of a job so far. So let's see what show he decides to do next. And also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.